Argentina. Culture, diversity, and amazing bird hunting. If one is an avid wing shooter, they need to make their way to Argentina at least once in their life to experience the best duck and dove hunt they can only imagine in their wildest dreams.
Yes, sir. Nice job.
God's gonna cut them down.
Duck hunting is at least the top two of my favorite things to do. Just everything about it, you know, from the retrievers to the ducks are obviously really beautiful to, you know, them decoying is amazing, calling them. I just love absolutely everything about it. Well, we just arrived in Argentina about an hour ago. Flights got delayed at home, so we're getting here. We're gonna miss a half day's hunt, which is kind of pitiful, but that's how it ended up. I'm excited to get down there. We're hunting ducks first, and then we're moving up to the North Country to hunt doves. Driving in Argentina is always a near-death experience. I love it, but I hadn't been back down here in 2 or 3 years, and I'm excited to get after them again. My only regret is that I wish one time I could bring Mick and Molly down here. But the volume, I think, is too much. Dogs really couldn't keep up with everything here.
I've never been to Argentina. I've heard all the stories, and you know, to be honest with you, I don't even know what to expect. I can't imagine there being as many doves there as what everybody says.
Driving skills and road grading skills are a bit lacking here. But I've been here before. Jimmy and I actually killed several hundred pigeons right there in that yard a few years ago.
I've been to Argentina on 6 different bird hunts.
I love it down here.
This is something that somebody that enjoys wing shooting should try at least once in his life. They will not find this anywhere else in the world.
Joining Dan on this trip for their first time is his son Race, brother Joe, and good friend Richard.
I've heard story after story after story, and you know, we've been talking about this for a few months. Finally, he pulled the trigger and decided to bring us down here, and I've been very blessed to be able to attend this trip.
I've heard about it. He's told me about it for years, and I didn't believe it. And when I got here, it was undescribable.
I don't know how my name got in the hat, but I am grateful that it did.
It's pretty cool the number of pigeons and doves that they have there. I mean, that's happened at every single outfit that I've been with in Argentina. You get there, you have absolutely no plans of hunting doves till tomorrow morning. Everybody's getting settled in, getting unpacked and all of that. You walk outside and you're like, whoa, there's a lot of doves flying. And inevitably one of the hosts will, you know, say, well, we can shoot them right here if you'd like. Well, okay, let's go.
He should have kept coming. He wouldn't have been in any danger.
Here comes one. And I have now officially shot an entire box of shells and not cut one feather.
400 bullets, we got one dove.
Oh! Woo! I mean, that's the kind of hunt this is. It's a relaxing hunt, and we were hollering and giggling and giving each other heck about missing, and as soon as we got there, we were having fun.
Well, it's our first morning in Argentina. We're getting ready to duck hunt. Dustin is going to hunt here at this one with Race. Joe, Richard, and I are going to another one. It looks like we're on the edge of a cornfield, you know, some kind of marsh here. This is kind of a little different than the rules of our normal duck hunting. We've got about, I don't know, a little corn here on the edge of the marsh.
I feel like I'm doing something illegal right now.
I'm just waiting on the handcuffs.
The best rule about Argentina is there are no rules.
I mean, corn is right there. They dumped it out. You got electric calls, no limits. Just shooting them ducks as come in.
I think that the decoys are basic formalities because for every 2 decoys, there's at least 100 pounds of corn, electric calls, lead shot. You know, it's just, there is no rules. There are none.
See what electric duck calls going off in the background.
I like it. I'm gonna turn that sucker up here in a second. I'm gonna get him close.
Let's get him.
Look at all of them fucking ducks. There's like 20 in front of me and 20.
When we started hunting the first morning ducks, the guy said, when you can see them, start shooting them. And I mean, me and Race, we're sitting in our blind and we got ducks decoying and they're coming in and it is pitch dark. Like you can see them in the moonlight. And I just couldn't make myself shoot them that early because I figured we're going straight to jail and I didn't want to go to jail in Argentina.
Take that, you
4 in, 4 down.
I can't see them. They're all you.
Yes, sir. Nice job. Just getting going in Argentina here. We've been shooting about no more than 10 minutes. And we've probably got 50 ducks on the water in front of us. 51. It's absolutely incredible. Ducks are coming from everywhere, all kinds of cool species. Makes you wonder why you duck hunt anywhere else. What do you think?
Most unbelievable hunt I've ever been on in my life.
It's crazy.
I feel like we broke some laws today because I feel like we were shooting ducks in the dark, shooting ducks over corn and electronic calls, but as I'm talking to you, they're just coming in here. Take that! This is the duck I've been excited to shoot since I found out we were coming here. We've been sitting there all morning, I ain't even looked at one yet. Oh. Look at that pretty son of a gun. That's one of the prettiest ducks you can shoot. I still haven't shot a wood duck though. I would say I killed a couple. You know, this is my first duck hunt ever where I got to shoot more than 6 ducks in a day. I mean, there's no limits here, so you just keep shooting. And, you know, and I didn't really keep a count because we were shooting ducks until they came and picked us up. But it was a first for me to keep shooting after we, shot our limit, which there was no limit, so we just kept going until they quit flying, which, man, that was really cool.
How was y'all's hunt, boys?
We had a blast.
We got 77.
We didn't shoot that many. We probably got 50 maybe.
They coming in good, wasn't it?
It was too dark to see them, but
yeah, he was shooting at them when it was really dark, but he did good. You get some, Race?
I shot a few.
Yeah.
A couple.
I need to find my pants. I'm walking around in my underwear.
Well, we're switching gears this afternoon. We're going to go hunt what they're calling partridge. I'm not real sure what kind of bird that is. It's supposed to be 2 species, a smaller one, and then one called a red wing. I think it's just their version of like a pheasant quail, maybe. I don't know. They got some setters here and some pointers behind us and some just absolutely unfathomably ridiculous socks on the outsides of their jeans. I guess get after the ducks in the morning, but for right now, we're pointing birds and laughing at Joe like normal. We'll see how long it takes him to run out of bullets this time.
Every place that I've been in Argentina, we always end up on a big ranch, or an estancia as they call them down there. But obviously I feel kind of a kinsmanship to that because that's where I come from here in Texas. And it's always fascinating to me how we all do the same thing, but we do it in such a very different way, from how the architecture looks to how the colts are broken and how the cattle are worked and so forth and so on. I'm just fascinated with how they do it in such a different way but achieve the same results that we do.
Well, we're going behind the dog here looking for some partridge. Not sure what they look like yet, never seen one, but fixing to shoot out one. What happened to that shell? Got me a fancy little pouch, a satchel. They'd be ready. Pick it up. Like a little bigger than a quail. Kind of like a quail. Race just smoked that one.
Well, Dan and I were trained by the greatest shotgun shot in the world, and that was our father. And he didn't do it for enjoyment. He did it as a job. Like, it was part of his life, and he had to be the best. So he taught us how to keep both eyes open and kill everything that came by. And that's why we are who we are and the way we shoot the way we shoot.
We need to move around a little bit. We needed to move around a little bit.
Yeah, we f***ing moved around. We walked.
500 yards?
Sheesh.
Y'all walked a long way, huh?
Yeah, about 10 miles.
Huh?
About 10, 15 miles.
Not that far. I mean, maybe
My ass wasn't that far.
it's kind of similar to our quail, I guess.
Yeah, a lot like a quail. Everything kind of worked.
We took dogs and they point them and we'd walk in there and flush them. The weird thing, it wasn't like coveys of them for us. It was a single bird every time. But it was fun. The most fun I had was listening to Joe complaining about walking. I'm ready to get back out to the ducks and into doves. That's more my speed, but this stuff here it was fun to do. They're kind of weird looking. They don't have hardly any tail feathers. Look kind of like Richard.
This segment is brought to you by Melon Creek Outfitters, Texas free-range hunting at its best. With a 110,000-acre ranch and 3,000 square foot lodge, clients can hunt deer, hog, turkey, predators, and more. Melon Creek Outfitters, raising standards, not fences.
All right, it's day number 2. A little different setup this morning. We're sitting actually in the water. It looks to me like it's a wide open lake out here. We're in more open water than, yesterday we were on the edge of some marsh. So there's no limits. We get so many bullets. Joe and Dan tipped them and got more bullets than we did yesterday. That's the only reason they beat us. But I mean, it's gonna be epic. We're gonna shoot a lot of ducks or shoot at a lot of ducks and we're gonna have fun.
People, if you come down here to Argentina, really got to pay attention to the kind of shells that you have to shoot. We're used to shooting the high brass and way better shells in the United States. We spent 20 minutes trying to hit birds that you just can't shoot them that far here with these shells. They can't get high brass here, for instance. And what we do have is very light. 4 ducks circling right here. I got the second one.
Dan takes me on a trip in Nebraska every year, and that's just stellar duck hunting. We shoot a lot of ducks, but the limit there is 5 ducks, I think. So with 5 people, we're nowhere near to the amount of ducks that we've been able to shoot here. really, really responsive. It was cool seeing the call and see all of them come into locking up and flying into where we were at. And so it was a really cool experience to see a different kind of duck.
Ooh! Got a little piece of him.
Well, we're finishing up duck hunting this morning. I think we've got 60 or 70 down, maybe more, I don't know. It wasn't like yesterday. They were coming in more in singles and pairs as opposed to flocks. But man, I'm telling you what, it is absolutely incredible. We got 2 ducks coming in right now, and the guys are coming to get us, so we don't have much time left. But anyway, it's just absolutely incredible. The duck hunting here is insane. We leave this afternoon to head to the north part of the country to go dove hunting, dove and pigeon. And so we're gonna wrap this up early this morning and get out of here, go take our pictures, get packed up and head to Buenos Aires so we can jump on a plane and fly up north. Well, it's just after daylight. We're getting ready to head back over to this feedlot and start shooting doves. We shot them there yesterday, and there is thousands of them there, maybe millions.
I think there's millions.
Yeah, it's very hard to explain. I think today we're thinking about having a little competition.
Well, first of all, Dan and Joe, and actually all of us here, are extremely competitive in everything that we do. Second place is the first loser. And both Dan and Joe are extremely versed in shooting shotguns, shooting rifles. So the thought of a competition was something we were all looking forward to.
We're starting the competition this morning. They started way early over there. Got a few here now, but we'll get her lined out and get her going. It's Joe and I against them 3. Race, Richard, and Dustin. See what happens.
You can't talk about describing Texas dove hunts with Argentinian dove hunts, because in Argentina, you see more doves in 5 minutes than you've seen in your entire life.
Well, we moved from the fence line, got a little closer to the trees. They're coming a little lower. I've got an extra gun now. I'm back in the race. See if we can catch up. I'm sure Dan's got 100. That helped. Down in Argentina, talking to the people that we hunted with, they're farmers. They farm other than dove hunt. They farm, and they told me that it's unbelievable how many doves are in their agriculture fields every year and how much grain that they steal from them. I mean, they're detrimental to their crops. So when we go down there and we're seeing these numbers that are unbelievable, like you can't imagine how many doves there are. You also got to think about how much grain does each one of those doves eat out of their field. So we're actually doing them a favor. We're having fun. We're getting to shoot doves. They're picking them up. They're feeding them to people in town. I mean, it's all around, it's a good thing.
We got to get going. 63 ain't nothing. We're just starting to muddy the water a little bit. We've changed spots. As you can see, we're still able to miss doves over here, just like we were in the other spot, but there's a lot of doves flying a lot lower. Race ain't shooting, so I'm gonna help him shoot on this side.
Words can't explain the difference between dove hunting in South Texas and dove hunting in Argentina. You have to experience it to understand it. It's phenomenal.
When I began my law enforcement career, it was in the Parks and Wildlife, and I understood conservation, and I still work hard conservation in Africa, Mexico, all over the world. And being able to work a depredation type deal like this is wonderful for everything, because it's apparent it's overpopulated.
One more. 2 more.
Done. What's our total, Shane? 1,326. Well, the competition's over, and according to the numbers, we edged y'all out by 31 birds, but that could be anybody's counter. Joe's counter was on the phone for 10 minutes, true loving, and your gun broke.
We're just gonna call it the fault of the clicker. It didn't give us enough points, but it was fun nonetheless.
A good round number would be 10,000 plus, because certainly they missed some on the clickers that we might have crippled and they fell out way down there. And if you added the ducks with that, you know, you're probably 10,500 birds total while we were there. Well, in Texas, we could shoot 6 ducks and 15 doves, so it's a little bit different, yeah.
First and foremost, I want to thank Dan, my brother, for inviting me on the greatest hunt I've ever been on in my life.
Thank you, sir. That's impressive.
Heavenly Father, we would like to pause and give thanks for these things that so often get taken for granted. We know that none of this would be possible without your infinite wisdom, mercy, and love for all of us. We thank you for the countless blessings you give us and ask that you show us daily how to live our lives according to your will. We also ask that you guide our nation back toward your desires. In Jesus' holy name we pray, amen.